Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep, welcome back to Pacific Paradise, and welcome back to this island we find ourselves on. Last time we were doing one of the boss monsters. So, in order, we have done the Megalodon, because you get trophies when you take out the boss monsters. So we've done the Megalodon, which is the giant great white, and that had 500 hit points. It was an interesting fight, not particularly difficult as long as you avoided it flying at your face at about, head height. And we also did the giant eel, aeroplane. We also did the giant eel, the great abia, and that has a place on the wreck nearby which you can kind of hide. 750 hit points, but not too bad. But now what we've got to do is we have to, well, first of all, we've got to take some leaves. So I'll grab 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves. Now what we've got to do is take the Gyrocopter, and we've got to go and scout out the last of the boss monsters, which is the giant squid, the many-handed mans, the Gyrocopter. Well, we got to go south-southeast, directly in line with the house, I believe. Kind of in that direction, and then scout it out. Because I think it's in that direction, but I'm not entirely sure. We may have skirted around it in a storm at one point. It has the marker that it has. So the Megalodon has a whale carcass. The great abia, the giant eel, has the top of a destroyer, and the giant squid has a large yellow sea boy, or if you happen to be American, a sea buoy, because Merriam-Webster went through your dictionary ripping out all of the vowels, so that was a fun time, I guess. Potatoes in the fuel still. There we go, and the last of the leaves in there tops that up, which means we can then light that, get some fuel on the go. There we go, drop that down. So that's going to make fuel. We did pick some fruit last time, and hopefully it's still good. It is good. Yes, okay. I also asked, because we are very close to finishing all of the monsters and getting their aeronautical expertise in the form of parts. So yeah, rudder part and engine part. Keep them safe, because there's only one of them in the world, and that's with the bosses. What do we do once we've done the bosses? Do we just pack up and leave Pacifica and start the whole cycle all over again? Or do we carry on and we just kind of sit around and do what we need to do here? And Arista Holmes in the comments was like, "Ooh, why didn't you do a full world of custom islands?" And I'm like, sounds like a pain in my butt. I mean, it'd be fun though, it would be fun. But it would also be a pain in the butt. Like a huge pain in the butt. So, what we might do is look into that, or alternatively we could carry on here for a bit just building stuff, because we've done quite a lot. I don't know, it's up to you guys really. One of my favorite comments in past videos has been, "Ooh, I came here for that one specific thing that I needed to find out about the game, and you just talked for 30 minutes. And I'm like, yeah boys, because that's because it's not a tutorial that we do a playthrough, you pylon. It's even tagged at the bottom of the video. Anyway, I think what we should do is get some water in our little jugs, which means going down onto the beach. Let's do some jumping. Hippity.
Given the magnitude of the matter, the king himself would like to express his gratitude to you in his own words.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, babe.
Hippity hoppity. Anyway, there was a storm last time, so hopefully some of the water stills have some actual water in them. We need to jug ourselves up and then get going. So I think slurp with our mouth directly from the tap or faucet, and then get the heck out of Dodge. Right, these are wet, but these aren't. I see the storm didn't make things nearly as wet as I thought they might, which is why I brought the beans with us, just in case we get super dry. And then I'm like, well, gonna need to make ourselves super wet in the best way possible. Like, I see you, little crab. Nipped my toes last time. And these ballet pumps do not provide that much protection. Okay. Slurp. Right, okay, cool. That's all the water we got. 278 days survived. We're probably not going to make it to 365, but whatever. Whatever. I mean, we'll probably escape before then. I think you can do about 2 years in game before you run out of things like rocks. A lot of things like renewable leaves are okay, and you can do okay with food, but rocks can be a problem. So, this is going to be interesting. What we're going to need to do is 916. Okay, cool. Say goodbye to the island. Goodbye, island. And then jet. So, I think what we need to do, and this is an interesting little tip. There is an achievement for leaving the world, or leaving Pacifica, so completing the game without using a compass, but I don't believe that includes the Gyrocopter, which has a compass built into it. So you can, or you should be able to, just use the compass that comes with the Gyrocopter. There's a little tip for you. But again, not a tutorial, just a playthrough. So, you know, we talk about all manner of things while we're doing stuff. I think I need to go to that island over there. Southeast. Yeah, I think we're going to need to go to that one. We'll skirt over the starting island just because we can. And I need to keep my bearings, because if we have our bearings kept, then what we can do is... Yeah, keep your bearings. Now I'm wondering. See the yellow boy ball? Yellow boy ball? Nope, that's the edges of the map. There's the old edges of the map. The yellow sea boy is very tiny. Tiny little thing to see in a big open ocean. So, we skirt past here. I don't think the Gyrocopter moves that quickly. No, it doesn't. I think it actually moves slower than the motorized raft, which is fun. Alright, so we will jet over this way. We're staying low. We don't need to stay low. Oh, whale. Another whale? Excellent. Does that mean we're going in the right direction? Is this the game's way of telling us that we are on the path? Well, the game doesn't know, does it? It can't. It can't read my mind. Unless it can, in which case that's terrifying. Whale! Hello? Nope. Nope. Okay, fine. So... I'm not entirely sure which direction after this to look in. So what I'm going to do is probably see if we can hippity hop on top of those rocks. Oh, why did you not bring the raft? Because trying to see something tiny in a big old ocean using the raft is what scientists call a pain in the ass. So I'm going to go up, gain some altitude, probably put some gas in the tank, maybe, question mark. Can we see anything from here? I can see something right ahead, in fact. Okay, cool. Is this going to land okay? Nope. And every time you put the wheels in the ground, it changes the... Okay. There we go. There we go. I didn't bring binoculars with me. You're a fool. Fool of a took. Right, no, okay, fine. Juice it up. There we go. Oh, Gyrocopter, how do you get on these big tall rocks? Well, don't jump off the big tall rocks because you'll get stuck. Your Gyrocopter will be stuck all the way up here. Yeah, so there's something out there, right there. There's a little trick or tip you can do. Put it against the very edge of the screen, so the very right-hand side of the screen. Yeah, there's definitely something there. But if you put it in the middle of the screen, it's very hard to see. Why? Well, it's just how FOV works in the game, or field of view. Oh, there's a tip. Not tutorial, but just a tip. You get the tip. Alright, so we've gassed ourselves up, which is nice. It's already juicing through the gas, which is a bit of a problem. In real life, a Gyrocopter of this size should be able to fly 1,500 kilometers, and in the game, that doesn't seem to be... Oh, interesting. I think we've been to that island before. Yeah, we've been to that island before, because I've taken a load of panels off of it. Right, okay. Oh, wow, that is a long way out. So what we're going to need to do is load up the raft, come to this island. We're probably going to need a lot more spears than we have, though. So we're probably going to need to make a lot more spears. Oh, that's going to be a pain. 1,000 hit points. Yeah, that's mostly, everything in our inventory is mostly going to be hit stuff. So when it comes to doing things like breath boost, it's a case of take it before you get on the raft, fill that slot with spears, and use bandages, because I think bandages heal you a little bit if you happen to be bleeding. And the gauze, the medical gauze, I don't think it heals you. Alright, so the yellow sea boy. Here's the thing. Luska the Great. Not Lukwa, but Luska. So the thing is that he will be down there, or she will be down there, and it'll be holding on to the cable. So you need to go underwater and then give it a good old free hit, and then it'll go mental and start slapping you around. I don't like that because it's got such a ranged attack. So we're going to go to this island, and I think this is the way home, and hopefully get home again. So I know where it is now. Yes, I think we've been to that island in order to get metal panels from the navigation navigation towers. That was a heck of a bit of lag. That usually happens when an island loads in, but it's never usually over several, like over a second. It used to do that in the old versions of the game, but they changed island loading, so it now loads over several frames instead of just all at once, which is why when you get close to an island, things get a bit laggy for a second. Alright, cool. Yes, this is the island that we were on. Fine, so what we can do is check our gas. Just over half a tank, so I think we could probably get back to the starting island and then gas up and then go home. Was that a hissy snake? I don't know. I think we just annoyed a snake. Alright, fine. So we're on our way back. I know exactly where we need to go. So is that island... starting island to here. Fine. Camp overnight and then biff them up in the morning. I got it. I absolutely got it. Whale. Whale's still there. Whale did not despawn. Whale is an interesting... So whales in the game don't seem to use the same AI as sharks. It's very, like, the whales are very strange. And they have a limited amount of animation. Eventually they just freeze. Oh, I don't like the way that everything keeps stopping. I wonder if the loading is a little bit bugged for this session. If something's happening and if the game's being a bit weird, throw down a bed or build a shelter, save, exit to the menu. You don't need to exit the game entirely. Just exit to the menu and then come back again. I think what we'll do is we'll stop here, put some more gas in it, and then go. There are no big... I don't think there's anything big on the starting island. Bonk. Okay, more gas. Gasoline. I need to cool down. Oh, I do, sunburn. Okay, fine, I'll jump in the sea for a little bit. Sploosh. But, okay, fine. It's 20 past 2 in the afternoon, and the main problem is we've been on the gyrocopter for all of that time, and because we've been on the gyrocopter for all of that time, we've been doing battle with the sun, so we got sunburn. Our skin is red. That'll be UVA and... no, it'll be UVB and C. UVB for burning and UVC for cooking. Yes, regardless of the color of your skin, you should always use sunscreen because it stops aging. Oh, was it A? Wait, A and B on Earth. I know one of them doesn't... I know one of them we don't get. I think it's A and B on Earth and C is space. Yes, you can also just stand in the shadow, but it's dynamic. You have to actually stand in the shadow. So, yeah. That should be going up slowly, but it's in the join. Yes, okay, so on Earth it's A, I think it's A and B. So UVA is for aging, and UVB is for burning, and UVC will just cook you, and only astronauts need to worry about UVC. We got there in the end. It's going up, but it's also 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so... We'll go and do that. yeah, if you want to stop yourself looking a bit sun-aged, like a prune, use sunscreen. My advice to you, and it's free advice. So we can just jump in here. I mean, UVA, B, and C don't actually mean that. They're just fun little ways of knowing what each one does. Ah! The navigation tower. If I move it towards the edge of the screen, you can see it much more clearly. I mean, we don't need to because the home island is giant. But, yeah. I'm wondering if by doing this, we're going to drag something in. Like, we might drag a deep-sea creature in. Also, that's a sandstorm. The sky is very yellow. There are no particle effects for the sandstorm weather effects, so that's not something you need to worry about. What I'm gonna worry about is loading into this island. So the last two islands have loaded over about a second all at once, and this island has a butt ton of stuff on it. Okay, no, it wasn't so bad. I'm just a little bit worried the gyrocopter falls out of the sky. We do know that you can put the gyrocopter in as far as your butt, but as soon as you start the swimming animation, then the gyrocopter, you'll be disconnected from the gyrocopter. So that's how that works. As we come in low over the island. Good. It feels like we've just taken like a train ride somewhere. I don't know. So we're just hippity hop here and we're just getting home at the end of the day with that weird feeling when you've been on a train all day, like public transport all day, and you just feel like sticky. I don't know what that is. So gyrocopter, that got us exactly what we need to know. Food and water is a little down, not too bad. We can nom a bit. Nom 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 nom. We didn't take any more steaks with us. That's what we didn't do. SPF is going to go up because it's after 3 o'clock. So we need to make some spears because we need to take on that monster. There's a monster. Well, at least no, I know where it is. We don't need to go out that way until we need to fight it again. And I can always travel out that way between episodes. It's not a problem. Ooh, airplane. That's a problem though. You can't fly to the Phoenix there, partly because the wing's down here. Wait, how did you put the wing down there? Is that impossible? No, not as hard as you would have thought it would be. So yeah, this is a custom island. If you hadn't already known that, it is. What we're going to do is take the wood logs and toss them on the beach. There we go. Whip out an axe and then smack them around a bit until we get some sticks. We have some stone tools to the left. We're also going to need some leather. Leather everywhere except for when you need it. One of these will also have spears. One spear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 8, 12. 16, 20. We lost a few when we did the fight with the great eel, the giant eel. The great Abia. We lost about 4, I think. Or 4 or... No, wait. There's 4 there. Yeah, we lost about 4. 4 of them went down with it. And I did look in the hull of the destroyer, but there was nothing there. Nothing to see. So that's the thing. I grabbed that. We're going to need... In fact, what we can do is put that on here because we don't need any more. Okay, fine. We'll put that in the aircraft. So what we need to do is turn all of these into spears, and we can quick craft crude spears. 2, 3, 4. We do the whole lot before it tells us our inventory is full. Nope. So we got crude spears, which is fun, but that's not going to help us. Oops, oopsie poopsie, I want these ones. Okay. So, crude spears, all 8 of them are on the beach. We have 1 stone tool, 2 stone tools, 3 stone tools, but we're going to need a lot more of them, and we're going to need rock. And I don't know where the rock nodes are. You don't? No. I know there's one inside the island somewhere. There should be a few of them around here, but the sun is going down on what was a beautiful day in paradise, so we can pick this up in the morning, I guess? I mean, we've done a bunch of stuff. Yeah, the sun goes down. That is a very deep blue sea with a deep purple sky. Yeah, just disappears, and apparently that's just what happens on the equator. It gets very dark very, very quickly, as opposed to in the northern or southern hemispheres. where it's a lot slower is the old sunset. But that's fine. Okay, so what we'll do is we will go and sleep, which means we'll get the light back. You wouldn't want to sleep if you were struggling with food or water. You'd want to use that time to cook some food or do something. But because we don't have that restraint, because we don't have that problem, we just have a little sleep. It's not an issue for us. So we can put that out. Last the gasoline. Bonk, and just juice up. Only like 4% in there, but that's not a huge issue. Duck through the hole, and then suck up the last of the gas, which will give us 100%, even though that roundel is never filled. 100% in the gas can. Cool. Right. Water sitch isn't too much of a problem. We can just save and sleep. I think we're going to do that. We can grab some leather in the morning. So what we'll do is we will save, and then we will sleep. And we wake up, and it is 6 o'clock in the morning. Excellent. As the lights go out on the island, and the sun rises again. Another beautiful day, but we're a little bit thirsty. We have nothing in the way of water going on, so I'm going to grab some meat. Slam that into my mouth. Take the tin of beans and just pop it on the pile there. There we go. Because we don't need that now. We've got plenty of food on the island. I think what we'll do is put some fibrous leaves in. Oh. What am I doing? Why are you letting me do this? We need the leather. Oh, but some people are just like, I don't know how to get leather. Okay. Use knife. Press E or whatever use is on a dead body of a shark or a giant pig. You'll get skin. Take skin. Rawhide. In front of your tanning rack, and then quick craft leather. Quick craft leather. Quick craft leather. Quick craft leather. There you go. I don't know what it is with people getting confused over that, but it's not a huge problem. And then one more. Okay, so we've got 8 leather. There we go. Gonna need some water. I'm gonna need some rock. I'm gonna need to mine the rock because there ain't no more rocks on this island, old chum. I don't think we've got any in storage. Ah, I love this. Above ground storage container. Below house though, so it doesn't take any space. No, we got a bunch of stuff. We did a lot of exploring. Ooh, rocks. You will become weapons of war, so we just need one more, I think. Because we've got 3 stone tools. Okay, cool. We never got rid of the nightmare that was in here. No, we did not. So that's a thing that just lives there. Stone. Hello. There you go, grab a bit of stone from that. So yeah, you need the pick to get stone or clay. So if you're swimming around underwater, you needed to get the clay. And usually what will happen is nothing will spawn until you start whacking the clay, and then the shark will spawn and bite you on the bum. Because sharks do that. Why the bum? I mean, if you're going to bite someone anywhere, why would you not go for the bit with the most meat, I guess? All my stuff. Okay, cool. So I'm going to drop you down here. Excellent, as the sun comes up. So we've got 3 stone tools. We have 8 crude spears. Wait. It does kind of look like, from here, it looked like the crude spears with like 2 bits of wood. But I think it's just a single stick with some string around the middle. Two bits of wood lashed together wouldn't be a very good spear. Anyway, quick craft, stone tool. Oh, pants are full. Just dropping on the beach like a... Okay, cool. And then we got 8 lashings. I mean, we can just drop all the stuff on the beach. There we go. Dropped all the stuff on the beach. So 8 stone tools, 8 spears, 8 crude spears. And as long as it's in front of you, you can't do it if it's behind you. But and if it's to the side, it has to be within 90 degrees of the front of the player. 90 degrees in front of you. So we'll just craft these refined spears. And that's it. So we should have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. And we had 4 already in us. So that's another 4, 8, 16, and then a bunch here. That should be enough for a giant squid. 1,000 hit points, and our hunting skill is tippity top. I mean, we can... It's even more tippity top since apparently we've gone off the end of the scale last time. Alright, cool. We are going to need to drink, because why not? There we go. The beep tells us we're nearly all the way up. There we go. Yeah, so there is a beep. What the beep does is it tells you you're very close to... Well, once you hear it, you should be healing at that point. So you need at least the last block filled, or at least partially filled. So as long as the last block in Food and Hunger is partially filled, you will be healing. That's how that works. Okay, cool. I don't think anything followed us back. I'm not entirely sure. Oh. And yes, I did see the little fruit tree. No fruit on it. We didn't ever pick the fruit on the island. There is a bug, especially with the PC version, but possibly also the console version, where fruit will just rot on the vine. So if you don't find it within about, I think it's something like 24 hours of starting a game, you will not get fruit or potatoes, which means fuel generation is going to be pretty limited. But if you put fruit in a box, it will go rotten, but you can still plant it. So rotten fruit you can plant. If you leave rotten fruit out on the ground, it will disappear. If you leave rotten fruit in a box, it will stay there forever. So, yeah, even though fruit and potatoes will be spoiled and you can't eat them, you can still plant them and you can still use them for crafting things like fuel and medical gauze, weirdly. It's a strange thing. So yeah, I don't think anything did follow us back. We're in the summer house. The property. There we go. I do like the summer house. I like the asymmetricalness of it. It's a good looking building with a tower. Because why would you not have a tower? Which is... I think the tower puts us at about the same height as the Gyrocopter landing pad. So that's fun. Anyway, we need to fill up the water stills. And 12 leaves isn't going to be nearly enough. But it's close enough. Okay, so we'll just... Oh, yeah. This is exactly what this was designed for. Just looking down into the water. What happens usually when we go to the starting island and back is something follows us in, but... No, it's very quiet down there. Very, very quiet indeed. Fine. So we'll just open the covered walkway. The covered bridges in America. So North America, they have a lot of covered bridges. Well, they used to have a lot of covered bridges. I don't think they do so much anymore. But you would have seen it if you've watched the film Beetlejuice. They drive off the side of one. And the covered bridges were there because the bridge was made of wood. And if you put a little like house on top of it, the little house protects the wooden bridge. So you put a roof and everything on there, which is a fun little thing. I just wondered why they did it. And then I looked it up and now I know. So we got 20 leaves, which is good, but it is 10:24 in the morning. So are we doing battle with the sun yet? Yeah, we are. Doing battle with the sun? Alright, we'll fill these up. I'm going to fill these up. So we haven't had we had a storm, but it didn't really fill it up that much, which was a bit of an issue for us. 1 of 8. I tell you what we can also do is the water stills down by the farms as well. Yeah, so if you have plenty of water stills on your island, 2 is about as much as you need to survive. You can't really survive with 1 water still, you have to build 2 side by side like this. But if you have more of them when it rains, you can eventually just survive on the rain alone, with the exception of... So, if you may have noticed, there is a month indicator at the top of your watch. In the old version of the game, it also told you if it was going to rain or not. It doesn't do that anymore. It gives you status effects, but yeah, it doesn't tell you what the weather's going to be, which is fine. It's the 22nd of April. In the summer months, and I believe that's definitely August and September, you get days or you get times when there are heat waves. So there's no rain and it gets very hot and very dry. And you gotta be up on your water collection then, so you're gonna need those fibrous leaves at that point. But during the winter, you can get storms every single day. And we have definitely had that in the past. In fact, we've had weather effects basically every single day. Even when we went to fight the boss monsters, at the end of the fight, there were storms. So that's the thing that we don't have a choice over. Good. I think we've covered everything. So we now know where the bosses are. We're tippity top on water, so we're going to just let that do its thing because we're going to need to take water with us. Excellent, 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 excellent. So I will miss this island if we do move on. But I guess it means that we can do some more stuff. I mean, this was wholly inefficient, but it had to be tried. So I tell you what, I'm probably going to leave it there for the time being. If you like this, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. If you want notifications, dingle the bingle. If you don't want notifications, don't click the bell. Or more accurately, don't do the drop down thing. I think there's a drop down now instead of just a solid bell. So you can drop it down and get full notifications, partial notifications, or no notifications. But as ever, I tell you what, I'll catch you next time.